Hi everyone, welcome along. My name's Kasha and this is a chair yoga session. I'm filming this especially for my class at St Aidan's. We normally meet on a Tuesday morning, but you're welcome to share this with anyone else who might like to take a little bit of chair yoga. So we'll start seated. Now I'm just outside on my deck today. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay? And this garden chair is about right for me. I've also put a little cushion on there. You'll probably be inside, so a chair maybe from the dining room table, those ones are often good. Or if you've got a nice sturdy chair that's got arms on, if you need the help of the arms to help you stand up, that's a good idea too. So when we stand up, especially for those people who need support with their balance, we're going to stand in behind the chair so I can hold on to the chair. You might be somewhere where you've got a table or something else you can hold on to, but make sure there's something really steady for you there, alright? So we'll start seated, we'll do some standing work, and we'll finish back here in the chair with a nice little slow down at the end. Alright, so thanks so much for tuning in. Get yourself comfy now. Pause the video if you need to get whatever you need for that, just a chair and something to hold on to. And when you're ready, close your eyes. You're feeling that your feet are nice and steady to the floor, about hip width apart. And we're just going to take a little tour of the body, feeling into where our body is in the world right now. So can you feel your toes, your heels, got the feet. Notice your calves, feel your knees, your thighs, and your bottom. Your legs are nice and steady. Just really slowing things down before we get moving again. Take your awareness now to feeling the base of your spine, the bottom of your back, and feel your way up through your back and up the top of your head. Here we go. Keeping your spine nice and long now. How do your shoulders feel? Maybe give them a little wriggle, help them settle in. Nice and open through the chest. Beautiful. So a good upright, tall sitting position if you can. But if your back needs support and you want to lean back into the chair, make sure you do that. Same with any exercise we do today. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort at all, just sit back in your chair and make yourself feel safe, alright? This is your class. Okay, so in this nice, tall seated position, sitting nice and quiet, let's tune into the feeling of our breath. Feel the air coming in your nostrils. Notice how your ribs move as you breathe. And as you're getting a little bit more familiar with the breath feeling, see if you can take slightly bigger breaths. You feel your ribs expand a little further. Just keep the breath flowing. You might notice a little bit of movement in your belly area as well. And see if you can follow one more really nice big full breath here. And then let's shift our awareness from the breath into our toes. So you're welcome to open your eyes if you like and have a look down at your toes. Maybe wiggle them out a little further. And we're going to start a little yoga warm-up series from our toes moving up through the body. So see if you can drum your toes across the floor. And I'm going little toe to big toe right there. They seem to be cooperating. and try the other direction. So big toe, down to little toe. That's a little bit more challenging. Just do what you can with everything we do today. See if we can get those messages through. And then give your toes a wiggle out. Well done. Okay. From toes we'll move up into the ankles. Let's start just with your right foot. I'll mirror image you. So circling the ankle around a few times. So once you got that going, sitting up nice and tall, feeling the circles in the ankle, and you might notice I close my eyes every now and then, and you're welcome to do the same while we're seated, because that can help sometimes. I've changed direction of my circles. It can help your focus stay on what you're doing, but it's totally up to you. So let's do a few more ankle circles on that right foot. Feeling it warm up, and then let it go. How's that one feel compared to the other? Let's go with the other side. So just pick up the ankle, the heel, and move the foot around a little bit. And as we're isolating the movements in different joints of the body, try and keep your awareness pretty close to home. If you notice your awareness is wandering off, maybe to the other noises that you're hearing around me or you, just try and bring your awareness back. So let's change direction, feeling your ankle move. And take a few good breaths as you do that. Nice one. Let's move into your knees now, so up to the right knee. Just bring the heel off the ground again, and the whole foot. See if you can just do a few circles so you're feeling that little movement in your knee. Only if that feels okay for you. Small baby circles, and around the other way. A bit like you're drawing a circle on the floor with your heel around an apple. Okay, I'll put it down. Nice one. Try the other one. So pick the foot off. While you're doing these movements, also see if we can keep sitting up pretty and tall. And when you remember, bring your awareness back to breathing really good and full in the body. Don't worry if you notice every now and then you're not breathing so full. That's pretty normal. Just take a few good breaths in whenever you remember, or I call your awareness there. Okay, hello knees. Let's go to the hips now. So shift into this right leg again, and let's pick the leg up. You might need to hold on to it. So move the leg a little bit, or maybe you don't need to hold on to it. And feel that inside your hip. Does it help to close your eyes? Changing direction. Trying to stay pretty upright. Feel my leg working a little bit as well. It's warming up in the hip. Nice one. Okay, and let that leg relax. Nice. Other leg. So hold on to it if you need to help. Just get a little bit of movement from that thigh inside your hip. A little bit of lubrication. And try the other direction. Good, breathe in. And out, and let that leg relax. Beautiful. So you might have noticed we've been doing circles, ankles, knees and hips. We're going to try and circle your pelvis now. So I find it helps to imagine your tail is doing a little circle. And you might want to close your eyes. And then when that's feeling okay, you can move your ribs around as well. So your tail or your bottom and your hips are moving forward, side, back, and side. And when you finish your next circle, try going in the other direction. That's it. And where you can, keep a good amount of space between your ribs and your hips, so you're not just collapsing in the spine. There's a nice sense, like your ribs are just floating around. Nice little wake up for your digestive system as well. A bit of a morning squeeze. And let's finish it off there. So pause back into the middle. Just try and sit even on both sides of your bottom now and sit up nice and tall. So we've come up to ribs, now we got your shoulders, so both of them forward, up, back and down. Let's try and breathe at the same time, breathing in and out. You got the idea. Just carry on, some lovely luscious shoulder circles and big full breaths. Try the other direction, inhaling and exhale. Each time your shoulders come down, give them that little aha moment. Then they float around again. Try and let that feel quite smooth. Don't go so big that your shoulders are disagreeing with you. Okay, and settle the shoulders down now. Well done. Shoulders move into elbows. Let's try both at once. So circling both around. By the way, my St Aidan's morning people, this is very weird to be doing the class without you here. Well, I'm kind of pretending that you're there, I'm talking to you, but I haven't done this before, so I hope everything's going away. Once you listen to this first video, you can let me know if there's any problems like not being able to hear me, or if I need to give you more instructions, okay? So I changed direction, you might have noticed that. Just getting the elbows moving, a slightly different circular motion. And then we move down into your wrist. So let's pause first and take another really good breath in. Exhale, let it all out. Then now coming into your wrist circles. While you get the wrists moving, I've got little fists made here. Let's keep them like that for the first bit. Okay, and once again, nice long, tall spine, upright posture. Good. Okay, let's change direction. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can engage brain and get one going in one direction, one in the other. Ooh. Yes, I think I got it. How'd you go? Cool. And then stretch out your fingers and imagine you're trying to circle your fingers. You might notice you're making a funny face or sticking your tongue out at the same time. Circly wiggly fingers. Well done. Okay. And we've finished with the arms now, so let's move up. Right up in here, just a little bit of gentle movement for your neck. So if you imagine your nose is drawing a tiny circle, the tip of your nose. Very subtle little small movement. You're getting that mini internal massage right through the top of your neck. Feel a good breath coming in and out. Change direction, keep it pretty small. You're welcome to go slightly bigger if that feels okay for you. And for these last few, I challenge you to try and stare at the end of your nose as you do the circles. If you start feeling dizzy or uncomfortable, just close your eyes. Okay, and then uncross, gently rest your eyes for a moment. Fabulous. That series is a type of Pawan Muktasana, one of my favourite Sanskrit words, Pawan Muktasana. So our joint circles. And now we're going to take some cat stretches. So put your hands on your thighs and then stick your bottom back and lift your chest. And arch the back in one direction like you're a cat after a nap having a bit of a stretch out, and let's try the other direction. So head down, ribs back, bottom under. Good work, do that a couple of times. I'll go side on, that might help you see what kind of shape I'm making with my back. So the cat arches in one direction and then moves in the other direction. Just keep that going. Inhale as you're lifting up with the chest. Exhale as you're coming back, and really feel the ribs move back and like your bottom kind of slips underneath you. Try a couple more. Breathing in. Just as much movement as you can through the spine. One more. These juicy spine movements are really nice for energizing, a little bit of a energy flow going if you've been a bit stuck and not moving around so much. Nice, so those are the cat stretches. Let's do one more thing sitting before we stand up, and we'll come back to shoulders. So bring this right shoulder forward as the left one goes back. See a little twist, and then they come up and down. I didn't do that very well, did I? Let's try it again. Right one forward and back, and then the left one forward and back. That makes more sense. Good work. Okay, so now you can bring in the elbow, one circle, and then the other, and then the elbow, and just feeling your ribs twist sideways. And if that feels okay with the elbow, maybe you try a bit of a back stroke with the whole arm, and hopefully you've got space behind you. I'm getting a bit squished up here. So let your head turn, and maybe you can watch the thumb as it comes up, back and down. Let's see if we can do that with the breath. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale down. Now you keep going at your own pace. You might want to go a little slower or faster than me with the breathing. Just make that work for you. And while your ribs, your shoulders and your body's twisting to the side each time, still keep a nice upright lift in the body. Nice tall spine, like your spine's the pole in the middle that you're gently twisting around. Last one. Cool. Okay, we call that the swimming arms. We'll try that when we stand up in a bit, alright? So to get standing, now it looked like probably to you I'm quite far forward in the chair, but I don't have much more room to move further back. So you try and get as back as far as you can, so you're very close to the chair for safety for when we're standing up, okay? So feel quite far back. And when you're about to stand up, you want to feel your ankles under your knees and your feet solid on the floor. So let's just do a little practice run before we stand. Can you push your heels down into the floor like you're making a hole in the floor? When you do that, feel the lift up through your head and your chest. And let it go. Try a couple more, pushing the heels in. Keep your toes on the ground, but really feel push down into your feet. And let it go. Down with the feet and up with the head. Standing up. Hopefully you can feel that start to connect into your bottom muscles as well. Okay, so when you're first standing up, if you've not done this before, hold on to the chair, or if you know you need that for support. And here we go. So pushing into the feet, standing tall through the body, and come up. And we're going to do that a few more times, okay? So let's go back. So push your bottom back into the chair, hands nearby, either on the arms or the base of the chair. Push your bottom back into the chair and sit down. Okay, let's try again. Push into the feet, your body comes up, keep looking forward, and we go back. So push the bottom back, know the chair is very close behind you, and sit back. Okay, now if you know you can manage without your arms, maybe you can stand up like this, pushing the bottom back. Let's go 2 more, if you can manage it, and then we'll stay standing. So 1 more coming back. Last one, slow and steady. Voila. Very good. Okay, so have something to hold on to now. I'm going to move behind my chair, but I'll put the chair to the side so you can still see my legs. So imagine I'm holding on to something in front, like you will be, or something to the side of you to help with your balance, okay? So feet here are about hip width apart. How's that? This is called the mountain pose, or Tadasana. So try and imagine you're standing really steady and tall like a mountain. Your choice of your arm positions there. Just take a moment to maybe fidget as you need, and then feel yourself strong and steady and tall. And if you feel okay with that, you could close your eyes again. So your feet strong into the ground. Can you feel the weight at the front of the feet, but also in the back of the feet, so it's evenly spread front and back. Lifting up through the legs as your feet push down. Feel the lift up through the body, right out the top of your head. Okay, so from that steady, tall mountain position, let's try 2 of those things we did sitting down before. We'll try the cats. I'm just going to spin around. You can stay where you are. So either hold on to the back of your chair, or if you want to go a bit deeper on your legs. So bend the knees, and let's try the cat stretches. So bottom under and head down. Feel that stretch in the back of your body. And now the opposite. So take your bottom back, lift your chest, tuck the chin in, and open your throat. And let's try that again. So I'm steady holding on to the chair here, feeling my back move. Maybe you want your hands on your legs, nice rippling through the spine. We'll do a couple more, just take your time. And then stand on up. Great. Okay, now let's try the swimming standing. So again, hold the chair with one hand if you need for balance. If you don't need it, just let it go, okay? So let's go back with one arm. Comes back. And down. And the other arm. So the body twists. And because you're standing now, you can soften your knees and hips and let them move a little bit with you. Inhale. And exhale. You could also be just doing a smaller movement with the arm. If that doesn't feel right for you, just swing your whole arm around. So do about 1 more on each side. Swimming the arms back, a nice open chest. Great, and then standing back in your mountain pose, steady wherever you are, holding on to something. And we're going to lift off your heels. So bring your weight forward onto the front of the feet and feel your heels just hover just off the ground. Got that? Okay, now try and lift up a little bit. And slowly coming down. I'm just going to move back a bit in case my head is disappearing off the screen. So try these calf raises a couple more times. So slow and steady coming up. Slow and steady going down. Good work. Slow and steady coming up. And slow and steady going down. Good work. So just keep feeling that through the back of your legs. If you notice your toes are getting all scrunched up, just pause for a moment and just spread them out again. Get a nice steady mountain pose again. And then off you go. We'll do about 2 more. Lifting the heels right up. Come back onto solid ground. 1 more time. And pause. Good. Alright, standing somewhere now you've got a little bit of space behind you to do a rear leg raise. So these exercises, many of them are part of the Strength and Balance series for Strong and Stable. So this one is helping get strength in the back of the legs. So stand quite close to the chair, pretty upright. Take one foot back behind you with the toe pretty close to your heel. And then take the leg back and slowly back in. So go back as far as you can, feeling some work in the back of your leg and your bottom, but if it's really hurting your back, keep it smaller or just leave this exercise out. You might also need to lean forward a little bit. So if any exercise is causing you grief or your body's not agreeing with it, just leave it out, okay? Take a rest. And we get a few more of these to go. So let's see if we can hold it up there for a little bit. And perhaps you can do a little more. Do a few more there. Try and keep your spine pretty long again. I'm still lifting and lowering that leg a few more times. With my toes pointing forward if possible. And hold that last one for a little bit longer. Hold the leg up there, holding the chair as well, or your bench, and slowly lean forward a little bit just to finish this off. Pause there and lower your leg. Good work. Bend the knees, stand up, have a wriggle as you need, and we'll do the other side. So off you go, taking the other leg back, standing nice and tall, and lift and lower. And just keep that going. Now you'll notice I'm in bare feet, and I didn't address that at the start, sorry, but you're welcome to do this in shoes if you need to, especially with the balance exercises. If you've got orthotics in your shoes or special shoes to help you with your standing, then that's completely fine, okay? I really like to work in bare feet, especially where I can really feel the muscles in my feet helping me out and feel quite connected down into the ground. Okay, let's hold it up there or back there, strong through your middle, and do little ones. So just kind of lift and lower, lift and lower. And the toes are pointing forward and my body's tall and strong. And if you get to a point with any exercise that you need a little rest before I say so, you just take that for yourself, okay? Let's do two more. And then we held it on the other side, didn't we? So pause there. So just good support around your middle and holding the chair. Lift the leg a little bit more and lean forward a bit. Stretch back through the leg and forward through your head. Soften the base leg and come down. Ooh, good work. Okay. Let's take the cat stretches now, just as a little change for the back after holding still. So bend the knees, head forward, taking the bottom back. Good work. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. Hold your legs if you prefer. Just getting things moving in our back again. Awesome. Alright, and then those swimming arms, nice gentle little turn. You might feel comfortable with the feet a little further apart here. Just let your hips and ribs move gently, like you're spiraling all the way up and down through your spine, from tail to top. One more, on each side. Brilliant. Okay, let's try some balance work now. So come back to where we were before doing those calf raises. So just test one out. You remember that exercise. Now we're going to try and hold it as a balance exercise. So you might be holding on the bench in front. Here's my imaginary bench. Okay, so lift your heels up and we'll see if we can hold it. So if you're holding on to something here, see if you can hold on with less fingers. If you need to keep holding on, maybe you can just be holding on with one hand, but you can have your hands maybe hovering there. Some of you might be able to let go completely. Just hover near the chair in case you need it for balance. Keep lifting the heels and get your whole body tall. See if you can stay there for a couple of more really good breaths. So feel the breath move in And see how much control you've got to slowly come back down again. Pause. Notice what you're feeling in your legs. And a gentle little bend and straighten. Well done. Good. Alright. And the other exercise we did for strength in the back of the legs, the rear leg raise, now we'll try that as a balance. We sort of had a taste of it before. So take your right leg back, or whichever leg you prefer. This time lean forward and lift the leg just off the floor. You might need to have the big toe on the floor, that's fine if you need. We're going to make an aeroplane shape. So if you can, you're balancing. You might be leaning forward. And then start to rely less on the chair for support if you can. Less in your hands and more in your legs. Good work. So feel the leg lifting as your body extends forward. Forward with the head, back with the leg. And maybe you can take one arm out. Maybe you can have two aeroplane arms. Good work. So go further if you want to make this more challenging. Just lean a little further forward and lift the leg. Make an aeroplane. Or again, if you need more support, hold the chair. Or put your leg down. Let's try another couple of good breaths here. And when you feel you're done, come on down from the aeroplane. And let your weight shift. So good to feel really steady on both feet in the mountain pose in between exercises. Yeah? Okay, we're nice and steady. So let's try the other side. Take the other leg back. Lean forward a little bit. We're going to soften that knee you're standing on and take the leg back. Lift the leg. That feels okay. See how you go, leaving less hands, or relying less on your hands. Maybe you can lift the leg a bit further. So you feel that nice strong work in around your middle. Maybe making aeroplane wings again. Maybe not. And can you feel where that foot is behind you in space? Try and have the toes pointing down as you reach back through the heel. If you feel the foot sort of turning out the side, try and turn it back down again. And I'm looking at the camera right now, but you are probably just staring at one thing to help with your balance. Keep your eyes still. Moving your head around is more challenging. We're nearly there, so take a good breath to finish off and we'll land the plane. Okay. Bring yourself back down out of plane leg, well done. Nice little cat stretch again maybe. As you feel really steady on your feet again. After that little challenge. Nice work. I'm just having a mind blank or a look at my plan for what I was going to do next. The tandem stand. Yes, okay, we'll do one more balance exercise before we finish. So if you've been in my classes, you'll be familiar now with either standing feet together is your maximum, the half tandem, which is where one foot slipped in the other, or the full tandem, one in front of the other. So if you've not done this before, let's start with the feet together. If you're confident to go a little further, try the half split. If you really know you're steady, then go with one foot and the other. So I'm going to go with the halfway split. Still spread your toes, have a look if that helps, and feel your feet both solid into the floor. And then lift your gaze, and you want to gaze probably at something on the wall in front of you. Okay, and you remember the chair's there, you can hold on to that too, but we're trying to challenge your balance a bit. So if it feels manageable, have less fingers on the chair and maybe let go. And let's try and feel the weight even in the front and the backs of the feet. And have you got the same weight on your right and your left foot? Try and even it out. That's it. Feel the legs kind of pulling in to help get you nice and tall. Okay. So if you're a bit wobbly here, when I ask you to turn your head, you might want to hold on to the chair or just keep your head still. So those of you who are ready for turning the head, let's first try turning your head towards the right. See if you can keep your shoulders still. and then come back. How did that go? Try the other side. Whoa, little shift and wait, and come back to the middle. Nice one. Now try looking down. Hello feet. Come back up. And if this is going to be okay for you, look up. Remember, the chair is there if you need it. So gazing towards the ceiling. It's often the hardest for people's balance as we're moving your inner ear. Well done. Okay, swap legs. Hold the chair if you need. And take your time to get steady. Take your time to feel the weight spread, the toes spread, left and right foot, weight even. Holding the chair as you need. And if it feels okay, let go. So if that one we did before was a bit much for you, just have your feet side by side or even slightly apart. So you can feel there's a little bit of a sense of a challenge, but we definitely do not want you falling over. So close to your support, alright? Feel the legs pulling and up. Do you think you could grow a little bit taller? A little bit taller? No. Okay, so weight is centered in the feet. You're holding the chair if you need. I'm going to turn the head this time towards your left. So off you go. Turn the chin over the shoulder as far as you can. Come back to the middle. Slide your head round to the other side. Take your eyes with you. Back to the middle. You might notice also it's easier on one leg than the other looking down. Back to the middle, and if you can, try looking up. Hold the chair if you need. And looking back to the middle. Well done. Okay. Back into mountain pose. Feet nice and even. And take a big breath in here. Let's take the right arm up. And down. You can hold the chair with the other arm if you need. The left arm up. And either stay holding the chair with both arms, or if you can, try both arms into the air as you breathe in. Really tall through your whole body. And slowly back down. Settle the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's come back to sitting now, and we'll start to slow things down a little bit. Before we sit down, I'm just going to show you an option for a hip stretch, and then I'll do it seated, okay? So with your feet split apart, getting a bit of an opening for the back of this, or the front of this hip on your back leg. So you can try this in the standing one, from side on. It'll look something like this. Or trying that seated, kind of sit sideways on your chair and take one leg back behind you, and this way you can hold on to the chair, so there's less balance, then just getting a nice little opening in your hip. Lift the chest, feeling that little stretch there. Just take the leg back as far as feels useful for you to get a sense of good lengthening through the front of your hip. Okay, try the other side. So stay standing if you want, otherwise just spin yourself around. Take your time, hold the chair as you need, and take that leg back. So just sort of maneuver yourself till you feel that's okay there in this hip, and okay in your back as well. Lifting the chest maybe. Feel pretty steady on the front leg as well. So as we're trying to lengthen here, you feel a little bit of strengthening in your back. Make sure that's not hurting. And let that go. Beautiful. Okay. Get back centered on your chair now with your bottom right back in the middle of the chair. And we'll do some eye yoga. So before we did turning your head side to side, this time we're just trying to move your eyes. So I'm not sure if you can see my eyes moving from there, but just follow my directions, okay? So close your eyes to begin with. And when you open your eyes, look down to the floor and try not to move your head. So move your eyes down. Here we go. Now keeping your head still, move both of your eyes towards the right. what's over there towards the right side of the room. How far back can you see without moving the head? And then come up, so you're looking up past your eyebrows to the ceiling. Try not to move your head. Keep the spine lifted nice and strong through your middle, and take your head over to the other side. No, not your head, your eyes. What's over that side of the room? Okay, and then come back down again. Good work. Let's keep moving. So from down, let's go to the right, so that you're taking a circle to around the room to the ceiling. Then going to your left, and then coming down again. Try a couple more in that direction. So circle round, up, left, and down. Keep going at your own pace now. Don't go so fast you can't take time to take in the details. See if you can see something on this lap that you didn't notice last time. I can see some cobwebs on the deck that perhaps I'll just pretend I didn't see. And then come back to the middle. Close your eyes. I can feel like my eye muscles are definitely been working. We'll do the other circle in a second. Just let your eyes rest. And take a really good full breath in while you're resting. It's easy during the day to slip into quite shallow breaths. So when you're taking a class like this and getting the reminders, just really try and feel as much breath in. So you're really taking your time to fill yourself up with breath. Really good, nourishing for your mind, body and soul to breathe like that. Okay, let's try circling in the other direction. So look down to begin with, and then go to your left, coming up to your right, and then back down. Okay, now keep going in that circle. Side, up, back. So we're trying to exercise your eyes here. See if you can imagine you're trying to almost look around the side of your head. Oh yep, there's something I didn't see before. And when you look down, don't move the head. I'm keeping my eye on you. Keep going round. Good, do a couple more circles in that same direction. Moving your eyes. And just finish off the circle you're on. And then you're welcome to close your eyes now. And we'll take a breathing exercise or pranayama. So stay seated nice and tall in your chair. And the breathing that we'll do is called Ujjayi Pranayama. Sometimes it's called the breath of victory. And it can sound a little bit like the sound of the ocean. So when you're breathing, you're hearing that sound in the back of your throat. So close your eyes again and see if you can restrict the back of your throat a little bit. Now, you won't be able to hear me from where I am. It can sound a little bit foggy, or like the sound of the ocean. If you're not so sure, try doing it with your mouth open and put a hand in front of you and you should feel lots of foggy breath. So same thing. See if you can get that going for a little bit. It takes a bit of practice. And if you feel you've got that sound of the ocean going, see if you can deepen and lengthen your breath again. Trying to hear that sound on the way in with the breath and the way out. don't have to try so hard to restrict the breath that you can't breathe well, nor that you're letting everyone in the house hear your breathing. It's just a little gentle vibration through the back of your throat. And that vibrating is a really good tool for calming the mind and body. Gentle vibration down through your vagus nerve, sending the message out through your organs, those gentle waves and vibrations. Let's see if you can count for yourself about 5 more rounds of making that ujjayi sound with the gentle restriction in the back of the throat. So start counting and just take your time. Try and keep counting. Whenever you finish, just let go of that ujjayi sound and let your breath become quite natural now. So no effort to move the breath, and just notice how you're feeling. And we're coming to the part of the class for relaxation. So you might like to lean back in your chair a bit now and relax the legs. Just as we've relaxed the effort of moving the breath or making the ujjayi sound, we'll relax the body as much as you can as well. So get quite comfortable in your chair, maybe resting your hands in your lap. And then really let yourself melt as much as possible. If you're in a position at home where you can lie down on your bed, the couch or anywhere, or the floor, you're welcome to do that if that's comfortable for you. When you're really relaxed, allow your belly to rise and fall as you breathe. Might take you getting used to if you're not used to feeling that. Often we hold quite a lot of tension around our middle, so just do your best to be as soft and relaxed there as you can. Permission to relax. And almost try and feel your breath here a bit like a lullaby. Natural ebb and flow of your breath. Check in your body's as relaxed as possible, feeling your feet and your legs heavy and relaxed. Can you consciously relax them a little bit more? Let go, your legs don't have to hold you up in this position, just let them relax. Feel your back sinking back into the support of the chair. Softness of your belly. relaxed shoulders, so feel your arms at rest, so your shoulders know they don't have to hold them up. Just support your arms on your chair or your lap. And how about put your awareness in your face? Whatever facial expression you might have been holding today, just let it go. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your jaw. Your eyes are resting. Let your tongue settle. Whole body resting. And as we've settled the body into a place of ease, just take your mind to a place of ease. Some of you might have done this before. Do you have a mental place you go to that feels like somewhere you can relax and really be yourself? It might be some imaginary island or somewhere you create, or an actual place in the world you go to where you really know you feel good, completely comfortable, at ease, and you can 100% be yourself. So picture yourself there right now. Let yourself be there. In this place of ease, look around you and fill in the surroundings. What do you see in front of you? What things are around your sides and behind you? How about at your feet? You might be sitting inside in your place of ease, or you might be outside on a walk, just wherever you are in your imaginary world. Picture that now. What's at your feet? How about overhead? And in this special place of yours, what kind of sounds would you hear? Anything else? Are there any smells in this place that you remember or that you would like to be there? Just allow yourself to stay in this place for a little bit longer. Feel yourself completely at ease. And know that this place is somewhere you can come back to any time you like. You don't have to save it just for the yoga moments in your day. Your own personal retreat. From that retreat space now, let's bring our awareness back into the moment and feel your breath again. Can you feel around your belly button? Do you sense that moving at all as you breathe? And shift your awareness from your belly button up to breath sensation in your chest. And very slowly start to take slightly fuller breaths again, like we're gently waking ourselves up. You feel the breath move in your throat. And how about at your nostrils? As you're sensing your breath move in and out of your nostrils now, notice how does it feel on the way in? And sense the air moving on the way out. Any difference between the in and out? And as you're feeling that in breath from the outside world, let's connect also into where your body is connecting into the outside world. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice where your bottom is, maybe on the chair. And start to slowly move your body a little bit. You might want to move your fingers and toes around. Take a good full breath in. And out, good, keep the breath moving. Option to have a full body stretch out there. And then let's come on up to sitting nice and tall. I invite you to keep your eyes closed just for now. Just connect into these moment of calm we've had in our day. And if we start closing together, with a good breath in, stretch my arms overhead as I do that, inhaling. Feel your hands come together and then nestle the hands in front of your chest, hands together. And take this moment to notice how you're feeling after our little yoga practice together. How's your body feeling? What's the breath like now? And how about you? Your mood or emotional state, how are you feeling? And we'll close our practice there, everyone. Hari Om Tat Sat. Wishing you all a beautiful day.